We've got a caller. Hello there.
Nigger faggot.
Don't you say that. Don't you say those words. Who the fuck do you think you are, huh? Coming in here, calling this fucking number, saying a word like that. You think that's what kind of show this is? This is a wholesome family show. Okay, I don't have some producer to screen my calls for me. Hello.
Is this Marc?
This is Mark.
Hey, Marc. I'm watching you on YouTube.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Hey, well, it's good to talk to you. Who am I speaking with?
I am Nick. My name is Nick.
Nick. It's lovely to speak to you, Nick. Where are you calling us from?
I am from Kansas City, right in the middle of the great USA.
Oh, yes, right in the heart of it all.
Yeah. Not much to see, and actually not much to do either now that you say it. But
I hear there's some fantastic barbecue over there, though.
it's true. We do have that going on for us.
Well, we have it going on for us over here in Texas, too.
Texas, that's where you're at. Is it as hot there as it is here? My God,
it's
like
a
scorching.
fucking, yeah, it's an oppressive, awful heat here. We're
Yeah.
climbing up towards 100 right now, I think.
Yeah, we were in the hundreds for a couple of days last week at
Oh,
a heat advisory
Jesus.
warning.
How do you deal
So
with the heat?
success.
What do you...
So success.
Yeah,
Is
man.
that what the discussion's about today?
That's what the topic is today. What are your thoughts on success? Let me ask you something. Do you consider yourself a success?
I consider myself successful for what I've accomplished.
And what is it that you've accomplished?
I've gotten myself into a career where I find myself challenged, but I find myself paid well, but I find myself also struggling with the stress of the job and debating with, do I stay on this path where I make, good money and it's a job that, I could probably stay at for a while, but the stresses of the job, as it is a difficult job sometimes, is, does get there.
So do you feel like the stress is worth the challenge and the money?
I think that's something that you have to, kind of weigh, and that's something that I'm doing now. I didn't really see myself, getting in a position where I'd get out of an hourly job, or, getting paid, minimum wage. And so when I did, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then, but it was a lot easier, like a lot of people don't realize, that's why those positions obviously exist, is, they don't take necessarily the brightest necessarily to do all the time, not for every position at least.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, I feel like there definitely are some positions that are underpaid and maybe some that are overpaid. But do you feel like you're being stressed out appropriately for the workload? And I mean, is this something that you've trained for?
And that's a good question. I appreciate you asking. So the reason that I had crappy jobs is because I didn't pursue any after like college. I didn't go to college, right?
Oh.
Like I didn't get a degree. I didn't go do the 4-year, the 8-year thing that everybody seems to say that you have to do to get a job that pays enough to get by, it seems.
And yet you're being paid well.
I wouldn't say that I'm up there in like Silicon Valley. I'm not, living in a, 3,000 square foot house. I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment, but I'm not, living at home in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
Which is where I was, it seems like yesterday, which really was like 5 or 6 years ago.
So what did you do to get yourself from mom's basement to the 2-bedroom?
Right. Honestly, it was a lot of just sick and tired of making nothing for seeming like I was doing a lot when I was, in my early 20s. And then from there, I was like, well, I'm kind of tired of this. What could I do? And then when I looked, I was like, man, I kind of need that, formal education that I was just talking about I didn't have.
Hmm.
And luckily, I had a friend that was did do some school and got himself in a position where he's at now. And he got me on where he's at. So it's that, who you know, not what you know
Oh, I
scenario
see.
coming back in perfect hindsight.
And so he helped you get to where you are. Is that you owe some of that to him?
You know what? I never really thought of it as like an I owe him, just because we've been friends where like I've, been there in times where he's needed stuff, and like I've gotten him a job, and so he's gotten me like I feel like there's no real owing of anybody in this scenario, at least we're friends enough where it's more like, oh, it's a favor, like, oh, it's nothing, I could get you a job here, it's not a big deal.
But you,
And so, but with the position came, responsibilities that, I, as you asked, started this tangent, I didn't get trained for,
mm. And so
right? And so,
would you are
nervous.
you comfortable with sharing what it is that you do?
Yeah, I'm an analyst.
Oh, really?
Um, mhm.
Like a financial analyst?
Technically, the platform analyst.
So what does that what does that involve?
So, yeah, so what that is I essentially understand a specific company's website well enough where I know like how it works, like the ins and outs of it, and
Yeah.
I can give my opinion on like, if I think just because I'm a logical person, like I can give like this straightforward, unbiased opinion on things, and that's a lot of times what you get an analyst to do, is to look at things, and understand what the benefits and the pros and cons are of it.
And so you're analyzing what, like a website's performance and
Yeah, performance or products that they're adding to the site, things like that. That's about as detailed as I could probably go.
okay, I see. And giving back
Yeah.
numbers to the client and how maybe they could improve or where their weak
Right, like,
points are.
yeah, and I have to, say, well, maybe if we did it this way, it would perform better. Maybe if we did it this way, it would be more cost effective and things like that.
Interesting. So okay, so let me ask you, do you now because I think people define success in very different ways. I mean, you can define it financially, you can define
Hmm.
it personally, emotionally,
Hmm.
but do
Yep.
you feel like obviously you've reached some level of financial success, but do you feel like what this job entails, is that something that when you go home at the end of the day, do you feel fulfilled by having done this work?
No, and I think that's something that I think a lot of people find hard to find. I think, it's cool that you found, the role that you're in as like a creator of content, right? Like where you are on this platform.
If
But
only
like
I
I
could be
think,
making money doing it, that would be great.
right.
Yeah.
No, dude, I know you're on the grind right now.
Yeah.
It's wild to build a channel. I have a buddy that's in a similar position as you, trying to grow.
Oh,
He
I
did the
see.
YouTube thing and then went to the Twitch thing. He's more the gaming
Gaming side of
content,
it.
not so much like creative.
That's certainly the
Um,
more lucrative side of it. That's for sure.
yep.
Yeah.
It's easier, it's copy and paste. You're just taking someone's content and putting your face on it,
Right. Right. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, but absolutely, because it's, you know,
But so
huge content. Everybody knows about it. It's free advertising, pretty much.
but you're saying that you don't feel particularly fulfilled by the work itself?
No, it's just, I mean, and I don't know if I really ever necessarily did. It was just more of like, wow, this is cool. Somebody's letting me do this, and they're paying me this much to do it. Um,
Yeah.
and I never really considered myself like successful. I just considered myself more successful than I could have been had I not acquired the position that I'm in.
Well, that's a step, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I think, but then back to the original thing where, it's one of these things where you have to weigh and, balance. Yeah, you could have a great job that pays a lot of money,
Huh.
but then, are you, stressed all the time? What kind of hours? My job has varying hours, so sometimes like I can't always know when I'm going to have time to, do things with my family or whatever. This isn't like a therapy session. I'm just explaining the job and like the
It
intricacies
is
of
whatever
like
you want it to be,
what
man. That's what
you're
I'm.
right.
Yeah.
But
Well, so let me ask you this. Now you've found some level of success in that arena, in the sort of where you were versus where you are, but are you sort
Mm.
of are you efforting towards finding a way to, I guess, be fulfilled personally in the things that interest you, maybe the things that interest you outside of the job? Is there something that you're doing outside of that that maybe you could find success in there?
Right. And that's something that I'm trying to find, right? Is that next thing. But it's difficult to look outside of the, I guess, the normality of the, your day-to-day scenario where you get the paycheck and you're going to get it,
Yeah.
and it's hard to kind of go, well, maybe I don't want that paycheck. That's essentially like the question you have to ask yourself is go, maybe I want a different paycheck,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? And that's something that's hard to answer, like honestly, and take, and just go, well, that changes my entire life is what that sum is. So,
I very much struggle with that sort of conundrum myself. Is like I have a job that I'm sort of like placated by, I'm sort of basely foundationally satisfied with, in terms of I make enough money to survive, but I'm in no way fulfilled by the job itself. Very much the
right.
opposite. I I don't like what
It's
I'm
just
doing.
income
Yeah, and so
to
I'm like, this is,
fix it
this is
on it.
my way of grabbing at straws, and like, fuck, there's got to be, I don't know, I just feel like we don't get a lot of time here, and
Hmm.
there's got
Agree.
to be more than that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And you have to. It's hard. I think it goes back to I think questions that they asked us, when we were kids, and no one really knew except for like the generic answers. What do you want to do when you grow up? But
Yeah.
to be honest, nowadays, like it's not as easy as an answer as it was when that question first came around. You had 30 jobs to pick from,
Right.
100 years ago. Like that's about it. And now you have this like impossible market to get into and like know how to, understand each intricate job that's out there just because there's so many and so many roles to fill.
And yet
And you
like
have
the
to like,
question is the same though. It's still like the question is still, well, what do you want to do?
right.
What are you
Yeah. And
doing?
you look at a list of 1,000 jobs and you go, well, I don't even know.
It's
Because
such a
real, what kind of
ridiculous
job?
question.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what
Right.
do I want? What am I doing? That's
Yeah.
the answer to that is so, I mean, I feel like it can be so broad, but we're expected to fit the answer into this very narrow sort of description of, well, this is
Right.
me and this is what I do. But I don't know.
Yep.
I
Oh,
there
I want to be an astrophysicist and make $132,000 a year after tax, of course,
yeah.
and be, like it's like these outrageous expectations of knowing or having an idea of where to land.
Yeah,
Like I don't think anybody really knows that, and I mean, well, I take that back. There probably are some people that are way wiser than both of us
for
that
sure.
can see past like these shaders that we have on of these societal, like requirements. To be honest, I'd be fine with living in a teepee out in the middle of a field somewhere, like, as long as I had internet connection. Like it's one of those trade-offs where it's like, do I want to be happy or successful? And I think those two kind of coincide together. But
It's
I
all
wanted to just give you my story or my 2 cents from my perspective.
all very good points. And yeah, man, I wish you the best. I hope that you find fulfillment within the job and outside of the job too. I mean, I think that's
Hey,
what
and I
it's
wish you the best
about.
of luck with this medium as well, man. Hey, you know what? Believe it or not, do you know how I found you?
How'd you find me?
You know what? Guess how I found you.
The iPhone video.
Classic.
That's how fucking
Dude,
everybody has found me.
what's funny?
It's
No, what's so funny though is I actually watched that video originally, like back when it originally came out, like the iPhone.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I remember when it came out, like
Yeah.
that bit. It was a thing, man. Like my buddy went out, he got like this new special credit card that had like no limit on it. And, like as teenagers, we were like just in high school. Like it was like, what? What does that even mean? And we run to the Apple store and he's dropping $1,000, on a new iPhone. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I remember that video when it came out. And then it came up on I think Reddit. Someone posted the video am into like there's a comment I think that you posted and I was like, oh sweet, this guy is doing something that's cool.
Listen,
And so
man, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the whenever
right.
that I will never stop being grateful for that thing being posted. It gets posted year after year and year after year. I keep whoring myself out.
So
And
great.
you know, if it brings people like you to the channel, so be it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you know what? It's one of those like interesting paths, right? Like it's like how I found my job. You don't know when you're gonna find the random link that you click that changes, your whole life. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, dude,
Cool, man. Well, keep up your thing and best of luck to you.
thanks a
And
lot.
I'll keep checking you out from time to time. I'm sure.
It's good talking to you. Please feel free to tune in whenever I'm live, and call in anytime. We can always shoot the shit.
Sweet, man, dude. Have a good one. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you later.
You too. See you, man.
See ya.
All right. Bye. Lovely gentleman. And I think he's right. I don't know. I'm jealous of him. I wish I had a job that paid well, and I wish I was logically minded and could use my logically minded skills in a logically minded job. The guy's got it more figured out than he thinks he does, I think. Keep grinding on that, man, and anything you can do to find happiness outside of that, that's what it's all about. I'll take another call if there's anyone still watching and still wanting to call in and have a little conversation. Would love to talk to you. Oh. Well, y'all get your act together and decide whether or not you want to call. I'm going to play a little tune. Guys and girls, the line is open. And it would really mean a lot to me if you got off your ass, picked up that... There it is. Let's see who's on the line. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello there.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. You mentioned something about girls, so I had to chime in.
I'm so glad you did. Who am I speaking with?
This is Sophia. I don't know if I'm allowed to say my last name.
Oh, you don't
but
have to say your
President
last
Omar,
name. That's all right.
I won't say it then.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
can or you don't have to. It's totally up to you.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
unimportant.
Well, where are you calling from, Sophia?
Um, Atlanta, Georgia, but I go to the University of Georgia, so I'm in Athens. I don't know.
Hey, Atlanta, Georgia. I spent
Yeah.
some time, well, just a couple of years as a kid in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived on
Well, I spent some time
Peachtree
in
Road.
Texas.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Austin, Texas.
Hey, I love Austin. It's a great city.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Texas BBQ, so
I love Texas BBQ too. All you need is a little salt and pepper and some heat. You got yourself a
yes.
beautiful piece of meat right there.
Yes. And the beef. Oh my God.
Ooh, there's nothing like some good brisket.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I get made fun of because I say brisket
You say
instead of
brisket?
brisket. Yeah, brisket.
Like
Everybody's like,
with
you're
an
so pretentious.
ETTE on the end of it?
I know. But it's okay.
That's all right. You know, as a Texan, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
allow it. I'm going to allow it.
Oh, well, thank you. And
You
as a Texan, I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. So
Oh,
listen,
okay.
as
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on success? Do you consider yourself a success? Are you on the road to success? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think I'm on the road to success. I'm here, like I mentioned, the University of Georgia, and I'm a double major.
Oh wow.
I'm pre-med, so hopefully that works out. And,
That's quite
you
the
know,
Jesus, pre-med. So what are you double majoring pre-med and what else?
okay, so pre-med is just like a course of prerequisites to get into medical school. So it's just like, I don't know, like, somebody can just say pre-law, pre-med.
Yeah.
But my majors are biological sciences and mathematics.
Wow, that
So
is you are biting off quite the load.
that's, yeah, but I don't feel like it's too crazy. I'm just like, is what I want to do. Ever since I was like a little kid, I was like,
Oh yeah?
this is what I should do. I just want to help people.
See, that's amazing. So
Get people.
you've had that need or that motivation since you can remember.
Exactly.
That's a
And
beautiful
a lot
thing.
of,
You're very lucky.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I called actually is to talk about my boyfriend because he recently graduated from the university, and I feel like I feel like he's found success. He's gonna be a teacher, but he doesn't feel like that's what he was meant to do.
Oh really?
And I'm so proud of him.
S-
Like, it's unreal. Because, graduating from a 4-year school is, like, awesome.
Yeah.
And he kind of has the same mentality, wanting to help people, wanting to help the future. And he's doing that by becoming a teacher. But now he's second-guessing himself. And I
Really?
think it's completely normal. And now he is thinking about getting his master's. And I don't know, I just wish he could see himself as successful as I see him, or I don't know.
Well,
It breaks my heart. So
when did that happen? When did he start second guessing himself?
I think as soon as his last semester he taught at a school that was kind of, I guess, lower income, and he didn't teach a subject that he necessarily likes, and I think that kind of took a toll on him.
I see.
And now he's just, ever since his last semester, he's kind of wavering, and I don't know. I think it's a big mixture of a lot of stuff, like, leaving college and transitioning into adulthood. It's
That's a big
deal.
shock. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
it's not like he's unsuccessful.
but
He's just, I
he
don't
is
know.
starting to think that, I mean, so what does he say when he talks about this? Is he saying that maybe he chose the wrong thing? That, I mean, how is he talking about this?
Yeah, I think he feels like he chose the wrong thing.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that is kind of heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting more education, right?
That's for sure.
And
So is he going back? You
yeah.
said he's going back to get his to do his. He has made the decision and is taking the steps to get his master's, or is that something he's thinking about?
He's thinking about it, but
Thinking about.
I'm kind of pushing him towards it. But the big thing is that his family's not supporting him. His
Now,
family wants him to be back at home with him and kind of like I guess take care of him.
oh really?
And I don't know. I don't think he wants that. It's just like right now he doesn't know what he wants, and it's hard because it's like I love him and I don't want to see him struggle like that.
Well, I'll tell you, I
So
definitely know how he feels in terms of not knowing what you want. That's something I'm very familiar with. Do now, let me ask you this: in getting his master's, is that something that would help him in the future as a teacher? That's something that could further his career.
absolutely,
Oh, okay.
and I think it's a great idea, but I don't
Because
know how he's going to go about it. I don't know if he wants to stay here or go somewhere else to get it.
now, what
Just
about the
there's a lot of
financial
variables.
situation? Is he financially able to pursue a master's, or is that something that's going to be a little difficult?
Well, I don't know. And we don't talk about like financial stuff like that much, but I think it would be a little difficult because I'm going to school and he's going to school, so it's going to be like, oh man, money's going to be super duper tight.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, I think it may not be a bad idea to maybe talk about that a little bit. I mean,
yeah,
communication is paramount when it comes to this sort of stuff, especially when it comes to making a life decision like this. And I mean, if he's
yeah.
pursuing a master's, it may mean that maybe he would have to teach while pursuing his master's. Is that would that be something that would have to happen?
Yeah, I think so. He, yeah, I think he's gonna have to get a job while he's getting his master's, and that would be a lot
That
to
would be a
do to ask of someone.
yeah, that is a lot,
But
especially
yeah,
considering that he's feeling conflicted on the teaching thing in general, right?
yeah, yeah,
Well, listen, I mean, I don't know. That's tough because on the one hand, it feels like just like you said that it might be a combination of getting a really bad first impression of his profession by, teaching maybe something that he didn't really particularly want to teach in a place where he wasn't particularly
hmm
happy, and
yeah,
that combined um, with just the shock of, leaving the academic world and entering the professional world. I think those two things could maybe throw him for a loop and make
hmm
him reconsider what he's doing. On the other hand, if he's feeling this way, I mean, it's certainly worth exploring. Has he brought up anything in regards to an alternative, anything that he might rather be doing, or anything that he thinks he may have jumped the gun on?
um, yeah. So a few times through his career, I guess he changed his major
Oh,
to from early childhood education to um, historical education. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but he he dabbled in like management, I think too. So he's done like a lot of stuff.
hmm.
But I think if he were to get his master's, he probably wouldn't pursue anything in education. I think it would be something else. So maybe
Oh,
something like,
really?
yeah, a master's in something probably like political science, or I don't know if he can do that. But
So
I mean, I
you're
think
saying this would
he's,
be, I mean, he'd be getting his master's with the intention of no longer teaching.
that's the way it's looking.
Oh
I
boy.
don't think he wants to teach at all. Just the way he talks about it and just all
Did
the conversations that we've had about it, I don't think he wants to teach at all.
oh Jesus. I mean, Did he ever bring this up while he was still in school? Did he ever have his reservations or hesitations?
I think yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Because
really?
he changes majors so much. Yeah, and a couple of days ago, he mentioned this to his parents, and they did not take it well because his mom was kind of pushing, oh, education, like go towards, teaching. Like they kind of pushed him towards that,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's
So they are
really what he
not
wanted to do.
particularly happy about him changing his mind here.
No, no, not at all.
Well, listen, I think from what you've told me, here's what I think about it. I think that it's pretty clear, given his history and given the way he feels now, that he is really second guessing this. And it's not just coming out of the blue. Like you said, he's sort of grabbed at trying different things and, in the form of like switching majors, and maybe he's shown some hesitation about it in the past, and now it's really coming out because suddenly he's been sort of thrown into the professional field, and that has shown him once and for all what this profession really entails, and now he's panicking. And
Yeah.
my advice to him, because I struggle with what the fuck I'm doing with my life a lot, but if there's anything I've learned from like mulling this over and over and over again in my head, it's that at the end of the day, if you're going into something that ultimately you're not going to be happy with, do not do it. I mean, no matter if you've spent the time, you've spent money, you've spent your education pursuing this, and if your parents are unhappy about you, being conflicted, fuck that. This is about him. This is about his future and about what's going to satisfy him ultimately and with the rest of his life. And I think that if he has the opportunity now, before he spends another 5-10 years going down the rabbit hole of teaching and education and becomes more and more unhappy, and before that bleeds into his personal life and the way he feels about himself and the way he feels about you and your relationship, and inevitably it's going to affect all those things if he's not happy. So he needs to take a good look at what his options are, and if he's going to pursue a master's, I say fucking go for it. He needs to do some evaluating here and think about what really might make him happy down the line. And you need to help him really explore that and think about it. And, I think at the end of the day, if he finds something that really might make him happier, not only will he be the better for it, but you both will be the better for it. And his relationship with everybody, and his parents included, will be the better for it. So I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a turning point for him. And, I think he should go for it, man. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely love him, and I just want him to be happy. So this was really great advice because it was a lot of the stuff that I was thinking.
I'm
and
glad.
I will definitely relate, or I'll tell him this message. Thank you so much. This helped out a lot.
You're very welcome, Sophia. Yeah, thanks for calling. I'm happy to hear that maybe there's something on the horizon. I mean, catching it early is better than catching it late. And
Absolutely.
I hope for the best for both of you. I really do.
Thank you so much.
Well, call me later if I'm ever on the air again and you're ever watching. Give me a call and let me know what happened.
For sure.
All right,
will.
Sophia.
All right. Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Oh boy, shit. That's man. There are some times when you just have to fucking grab life by the horns and say, you know what? Even if this conflicts with whatever I've been doing in the past, I need to fucking do something about this. So I hope he does. I really do. We've got another caller on the line. Hello.
Hey, is this a screener or is this on stream?
Oh no, you are live on the air.
Oh, so I wanted to ask you about your door giveaway.
About my what?
Your door giveaway.
My what giveaway? What am I giving away?
A door.
A door?
Yes.
What the hell are
Have
you
you never-
talking about?
What, you don't? Are you not familiar with Twitch?
Oh, no.
Huh?
I mean, I'm familiar with the platform, but no, I'm not really familiar with
Watch.
Twitch. What
Watch. Just to prove it, everyone spam 123 door giveaway, and you'll see it's very popular.
Okay, so what explain to me what this is?
You don't know what a door is?
I mean, a door that you open and close? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
How can I?
What are you talking about? I'm giving away a door? What are you talking
I mean, you get a lot of success out of it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I heard you were board certified, so you must have a boring life.
I am board certified.
Yeah,
And-
so you must be really boring. So if you do a door giveaway,
Do you want to talk about success?
yes,
What
the
do you
successful person is the one who gets a door in life, a roof over the head. You never know till you don't go, and you never shine if you don't grow. Hey now, you're a rock star.
Don't call me with that bullshit, okay? This is my show, all right? And I'm going to hang up on you if you call me with this fucking 1, 2, 3 door giveaway. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So either you get on the phone and you explain yourself, or I'm going to hang up on you, okay? Understood? The line's open. Give me a call if you want to talk about success. If not, get the fuck off of this show. Who is this?
When's the door giveaway?
Who the fuck is this?
Do a door giveaway.
You're a fucking door giveaway. Explain yourself, you piece of shit.
Okay, my name is John Cena. I'm from Kekistan, and I want you to do a door giveaway.
You're
Shout
not
out
from
to Cody on
Kekistan.
YouTube.
Kekistan is old
www.
hat. Think of something original and call me back once you've thought of something original. You piece of shit. Fucking trolls. If you want to troll me with some bullshit, don't come at me with some Twitch horse shit, some door giveaway. I don't care about that, all right? I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not playing your fucking video games, all right? I'm here to talk to you. Man to man, woman to man, woman to woman, whatever you want me to be, I'll talk to you. But I'm not doing this Kekistan bullshit. This motherfucker. If you're watching, I'm going to give you one more chance. Hello?
Basic California.
I'm giving you one more chance, you son of a bitch.
Okay, hold on. I just want to say.
What is it that you want to say? Don't fucking spew some meme out at me, okay? Talk to me.
Okay. I just want to say, you're being recorded by a bunch of people. You do realize that, right?
I don't give a fuck who's
You do
recording.
realize Rainbow Six is going to come to your house and destroy you. You do realize that, right?
I'm gonna
You're not going to be
Rainbow
any successful. What are you doing?
What are
are
you
you doing
doing?
with your life?
What the fuck
What
are
are you
you
doing,
doing?
dude?
You're
What are
calling
you
some
doing?
YouTuber with fucking 10 people watching. Who the fuck are you?
You're the one who actually took the call.
Yeah,
What
I
are you
took
doing,
the
dude?
call.
Rainbow Six is going to destroy you.
Rainbow, what, Tom
Hashtag
Clancy's
4D
Rainbow
Alliance.
Six?
We are going to destroy you.
Who's going to destroy you? Who's going to destroy me?
Wesley Hill.
Rainbow
Wesley
Six?
Hill.
What the fuck are you talking about? How old are you?
100.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you are. What do you want to talk about?
I think you're gay. Honestly, you look gay.
You want me to be gay? I'm gay. You want
No,
me to
you look
fuck you
gay.
in the ass? Get over here. Open that butthole up. I'm gonna fuck you good.
No, you just look gay. I think you're gay.
Well,
This
that's
Benji Factor guy's a
fantastic.
real nub. Let me tell you that. Hey, Benji Factor, you know that, right?
Listen
Hope
to
you
me.
get banned with that Benji Factor.
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to say something that matters.
Okay, can I get a couple spam in chat? www.
Will someone call me that has something of any importance to say? This is the problem with streaming on the fucking internet. Fucking 10-year-old. Someone call me with something to say. Please rescue me from these children. I want to talk to you. All right. Well, it's 4:10, and it's been a blast. Oh, we've got someone. Let's see who it is. Hello.
Hello there, Mark.
Well, hello there.
It's good to talk to you on this this hot day.
Hey, it's lovely to talk to you on this sweltering little day. Who am I speaking with?
Well, you're speaking with Trevor, Mark, and I want to give you the theme of the show today is success. I want to give you a successful call.
Ooh, okay. I'm listening. Hit me.
So, we're talking about success. I think it would be a success if instead of leaving work at 5 p.m. and having to sit on top of a bridge for 40 minutes every day because they're doing construction, I think it would be a success if they could get the construction done. What do you think about that?
Are you saying you're sitting on top of a bridge for 40 minutes in your car because these motherfuckers can't get their act together?
Mark, I have my shirt off right now. It is so hot that I have my shirt off. I'm sweating because they think in Virginia, for whatever reason, that, hey, I understand that it's 5 o'clock p.m., but let's go ahead at rush hour and do this construction. What is that about?
You know what that is? That's not success. That's the opposite of success to me.
It's unsuccess. It truly is. And I think, I'm sitting here melting, but I do want to know, Mark, how is your life going in terms of success? How are you doing?
Oh boy. You know what, Trevor, let me tell you. You're watching the most successful part of my life right now. That's how my life is going. This is the most successful part of my life. Other than that, I'm working a job that I'm borderline satisfied with, in that it pays me whatever, it's fine. But I have some good friends who I really love. My parents, I love them very much. But doing this and talking to people like you, this is the most successful part of my life.
Well, and it sounds to me as if you are rich in love, but maybe not so rich in money yet.
That's very true.
And I think that building that rich with love foundation is very important. Mark, I myself am rich with love right now in my life, and I can't believe where I am at. And I'm so blessed to be here. We get a group of guys together, 6 or 7 of us, sometimes 8 or 9, and watch your show and just think, man, Mark is just awesome. And, I am trying day in and day out to spread this show. I post it on Facebook. I'll post it on Twitter later. But we have got to get this word out so we can grow board certified. I really would like to.
Trevor, you have my permission. Be my pimp. Pimp me out to whoever you can. But most importantly, I'm very happy that you're rich with love. You've got some friends that you really care about.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I've got Cody, I've got Bert, I've got Tatu. Tatu, Finnish superstar. Let me tell you, he
Wow.
is a Finnish Overwatch god.
Oh
That
boy.
kid. Let me tell you. And you know, I'm thinking soon of trying to expand, you know, that rich with love concept across every person in my life. I want to see people successful with family, with friends. You know, that is the most important part of life. And when you're successful with those things, the rich in wealth and the rich in money, that will follow. I guarantee it.
You know, now I think 95% of what you just said is absolutely true. There's nothing more important than being rich with love, rich with life, rich with appreciation for life, gratefulness that we are allowed to be here and live every single day. It's a beautiful thing, and we ought to be happy about that. And that's wealth to me. But where I very unfortunately and maybe a little cynically disagree is that wealth follows that, because I've seen far too many times that that's not the case. That people who are rich with life and rich with love don't end up being rich with with money or with wealth. And the nice thing about that is that 9 out of 10 times that doesn't really bother them, because they're happy.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, saying that is almost in hopes that it will. And if you do find that love and that friendship with people, if you just think and if you just sit down and say, what can we do together as a team to get everybody here wealthier in money, I truly do believe that wealth will come. But not everybody does that, and truthfully, not everybody has the time to do that.
That's very true. That's very true.
I mean, you look at the people that work hard and provide for their families. They're working sometimes 16 hours a day. Mark, my boss, he has owned a business that I work at for I guess 20 years. This man is 50 some odd years old. He works almost 12 hours a day. Some days, some weeks, 6 days a week. It's unbelievable.
Wow. But do you think he's successful? I mean, do you think he's found success in his life?
I think that he is truthfully one of the most successful men that I have ever met in my life. And I think that it's that way due to the sheer work ethic that he has and his family backing. His wife works at the business, and I have never seen a love and a support system like the one that he has, which is why I tend to say, if you find those things, and if you put your mind and your heart to it, I truly believe that you can produce something beautiful.
That is beautiful, Trevor. Now, what about you? Do you find success in your job? And if so, how do you feel about yourself as a whole? Are you in a place where you want to be? Do you think you're happy, and do you think you're successful?
Well, Mark, I'm coming up here on my 2-year degree in computer science, and it's good. At my job, I am a programmer already. I'm programming iPhone applications and web developing it and all of that. And I started out, not really knowing the first thing about it, and I've come to learn so much. So I am very happy with where I'm at, though I do know that I can go much farther, and I must push myself to go that much farther.
Hell yes, you must. That's great. But I think that's wonderful. You're happy with where you're at, but you're also happy at the prospect of your future.
You have got to be happy with the prospect of your future, and you've got to keep moving. You'll see people who work their whole life up until they're 70 or something like that, and then they stop working, and then they die.
That's true.
And that, to me, is you have got to keep moving. You've got to keep reaching for whatever you want to reach for, and you've got to grab it.
Yes,
you really
sir.
do.
Yes, sir. You got to keep moving. I think that's the key to life. And that actually, I think most successful people, in terms of our sort of modern definition of success, most people that fit that definition will tell you that the way they got there and the way they've stayed there is by continuing to work and continuing to challenge themselves, move forward, keep going, keep pushing, keep finding something for yourself to move towards and strive towards. And that's what life is about, baby.
It is, and another thing that it's about is helping those people who are not fortunate enough to be able to do that, do that. We have to help those people out through charity, through just goodwill. We have got to get the spirit of love back into the culture in which we live, because without that, we are going to continue, this downhill slope that we're on. We have got to bring the love back. Without that, we're nothing.
Trevor, you are absolutely right, dude. That is the key, because like you said, I that's something that I definitely omitted from my definition of success. You're absolutely right. It's about the people around you, and it's about loving the people around you and pushing the people around you to be just as successful as you want yourself to be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And something I always say is that a true friend is not an enabler, but one that tells you the truth and wants the best for you. And so many people that I see out there have friends that are just enablers, that have bad habits and want them to participate.
Yes.
You have got to surround yourself with good people that want the best for you, even when the best for you may not be what you think it is.
Man, you are speaking some serious truth right now, man. You really are.
Well, it's great to call and be able to talk to you, Mark. I really want to see you blow up and get bigger. I really do. I know probably, like I said, at this juncture, probably 10 or so people that think that your work is hilarious. I mean, on a Friday night at 8 p.m., sitting there on a Friday night, just sitting there watching Mark on YouTube improvise this music and stuff. Mark, you truly have some talent in there, and I really, really hope that you can harness that and produce something great and consistent, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Trevor. And it's because of the support and kind words of people like you and the other fans that have continued to encourage me to create this stuff, and that's the reason why I keep coming back and doing it. And so I have no intention of stopping. I feel more compelled and inspired to do this stuff than I ever have. And so just keep tuning in and keep telling everyone to watch, and please call back. I want to keep shooting the shit with you. Whatever the topic is that day, we'll talk about it. And I hope you're getting off that bridge. How's the fucking traffic doing there, man?
Absolutely. I've moved about 10 inches, so that's not successful. That's not love, but as long as I'm sitting here sweating in this hot car, talking to Mark in front of the audience, I'm doing good. So,
yes, sir.
So one of you suckers get on here and give Mark a good call, because he needs it.
Well, Trevor, I really appreciate you calling, dude. You actually may be my last call. I'm thinking of just doing these little hour-long segments, and your call and your attitude and your energy is a really great way to end this thing. So I appreciate your outlook. I really do.
I love to hear that, and I have no problem being the capstone here. So I hope you have a great day, Mark.
You too, Trevor. Spread the love. Get off that bridge and cool yourself down, my friend.
All right, brother. You too.
I'll see you later, man. What a lovely gentleman. Guys, it really has been a pleasure. Yeah, let's see. What do we, Okay, well, I'm going to take a look at the chat once we get off of here, but I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to be doing some more of these sort of just talk show things. I like talking with you guys, and I think there's a lot of really interesting topics we can explore. things to talk about, ideas. You know, let's keep talking about it and keep tuning in and keep keep watching me. Um, slap a panic heck. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm glad you think it's been a success. I'm always happy to talk to you guys. We're gonna do it soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Fucking, I don't know. We'll see. Tune in next time. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. It's been a real pleasure, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again.